Hi guys, let's start a new chapter. It's called banking. In the previous years, we've talked about simple interest. Then in class 9th, we talked about compound interest. So this is in continuation with this same concept. We are talking about another type of bank account, which is can be held in a bank or a post office. So one is a savings bank account, another is a current bank account, and the one which we are focusing on this year is a recurring deposit account. Now, as the name suggests, that recurring would mean that you keep depositing money in this account at certain specific intervals. So in this case, the interval is monthly. So you deposit equal amounts every month in a recurring deposit account. This is usually also referred to as RD account, and you get interest on the money that you deposit. This is a fixed time period deposit, which means when you open a RD account, you decide that I will deposit it for 12 months or 18 months or whatever the time periods as per the specific bank where you're opening your account. So you deposit equal amounts monthly. There is a fixed time period, and at the end of the time period, you get something called maturity value. That's the amount of money that you get. Maturity value is equal to the money that you put in, which is your principal, which is principal per month multiplied with number of months. So that's the principal that you put in. So this is the total principal that you put in plus the interest, right? So this is what you get, the money that you put in plus the interest on that money. Now interest is calculated at the end of every month, which means it gets compounded every month. Let's look at the formula for calculating the interest. The interest in this case is given by the formula I is equal to P. This is the monthly principal multiplied with n plus 1 upon 2 into 12 upon r into 100. Now, key thing to notice in this formula, this P is monthly. And since the principal is monthly, the time, which is n, is also given in months. And the R is a rate of interest per annum. So this is per annum, and this is monthly, and this is in months. So this is the interest, and the maturity value, like I said, is equal to the principal that you've paid in, which is principal per month multiplied with number of months plus I. So the maturity value is given by the formula P into N plus P into N plus 1 upon 2 into 12 into R upon 100. So these are the two important formula from this chapter, and the whole chapter revolves around these concepts. If you notice, there is one variable I, one variable P, one variable N, one variable R. So 4 variables in this formula. In any given question, 3 of them would be given, and you would have to find the 4th one. So if P, N and R are given, then you will have to find I. If I, P and N are given, then you will find R. Or if R, P and I are given, then you will find N. Maybe the maturity value could also be given, so you could look at whichever way. Let's look at some questions and let's solve them. So the first question that we solve is question number 1. It says Manish opens a recurring deposit account and deposits rupees 600 per month for 20 months. So let's write what's given. What is given is principal is equal to rupees 600. That's point 1, and N is 20 months, which is the time. Calculate the maturity value if bank pays an interest at the rate of 10% per annum, and the R is given as 10% per annum. So since we know, since interest is equal to P into N plus 1 upon 2 into 12 multiplied with R upon 100, let's substitute values. So P is 600 multiplied with N. N is 20 multiplied with N plus 1, 21 upon 2 into 12 into R, that's 10 upon 100. 0 and 0 gets cancelled. This 0 gets cancelled with this 0. This is 2 ones are 2, 2 ones are 2. 12 ones are 12, and 12 fives are 60, which means this is 50. So this is 21 into 50, that's 1050. So the interest that he gets is 1050. The question asks for maturity value. So I know maturity value is equal to P multiplied with N plus I. In this case, P is 600, N is 20 plus I we just calculated as 1050. That's 6 into 2, 12. That's 12,000 plus 1050, which means rupees 13,050. So the maturity value would be rupees 13,050. For our convenience, I'll put the formula on this page so that we remember the formula. Good, let's look at the next question. The next question that we do is question number 3. It says each of A and B opened a recurring deposit account in a bank. A deposits 1200 per month for 3 years and B deposited 1500 per month for 2.5 years. Find on maturity who will get more amount and by how much. Rate of interest is 10%. So let's look at this. Let's look at for A separately and for B separately. So for A, P is equal to rupees 1200 to N is 3 years, but we need to convert it in months, which means 36 months, and R is given equal to 10% per annum. So interest for A would be equal to P, which is 1200 into N. In this case, it is 36 multiplied with N plus 1, that 37 upon 2 into 12 into R. R is 10 upon 100. So 00 and 00 gets cancelled. 12 1, 12 1. This is 2 1s are and 2 5s are. So this is 36 into 37 into 5. So that's a long calculation. That's 150 and 180. So that's 37 into 18. That's 7 8s are 56. 8 3s are 24 and 5 29. This is 7. This is 3. This is 6. 9 plus 7 is 16. This is 6. So this is rupees 6,660. So that's the interest which A will get. The question is on maturity who will get more amount. So let's calculate the maturity value. So maturity value for A would be equal to principal, which is 1200 multiplied with 36 plus the interest, in this case 6660. So 36 into 12 at 360 and 72. So that's 432. So that's 43,200 plus 6660. This is 49,960. 068, not 960, 860. Sorry, 49,860. Let me just confirm, I'm getting confused. So this is 6660068. Yeah, 49,860, not 960. Okay, I was getting confused. Let me just erase this. So this is 49,860. Next, let's do these calculations for B as well. So now let's look at for B. What we have is P is equal to rupees 1500. N is equal to 2.5 year, which means 24 plus 6, that's 30 months, and R is equal, which is 10% per annum. So let's calculate the interest for B. It would be P, in this case 1500 into N, that's 30 multiplied with N plus 1, that's 31 upon 2 into 12 into R upon 100. So 00 and 00 gets cancelled. This is 3 into 4, yes, and this is 3 into 5. This is 2 into 2, this is 2 into 5, This is 2 into 1. This is 2 into 15. So I have a 25 into 15 into 31 upon 2. That's my calculation. 5 into 5, 25 into 15 into 31 upon 2. Let's multiply. So 25 into 15, that'll be 5 into 5, 25, 10 plus 2, 12, 5 and 2, that's 573. So 375 multiplied with 31, that's 573. This is 3 into 5, 15. 21 plus 2, 22. 9 plus 2, 11. That's 5, 7 plus 5, 12, 6, 1, 1. So that's 11,625 divided by 2, which would be equal to rupees 5,812.50. Correct. Please note that since this is money, I have to write my answer up to 2 decimal places. If you just leave it at 5812.50, you would end up losing a mark unnecessarily. So the interest for I is this much. Let's calculate the maturity value for B. Maturity value for B would be 1500 into number of months, which is 30, plus the interest, which is 5812.50. So 1500 into 15 into 3, that's 45. So this is 45,000 plus 5812.50, which is 45 plus 5, that's 50,812.50. So that's the maturity value for B. Now the question is, who will get more maturity value? Well, therefore, B gets more money on maturity than A. By how much? Let's subtract. So this is 50,812.50 minus 49,860. That's 0.50. 2 minus 0, 2. 11 minus 6 is 5. 7 minus 8 is 17 minus 8 is 9. That's 9 minus 9 is 0. So that's 952.50. Perfect. By rupees 952.50. Done. Quite a bit of calculation in this question, but fairly a simple one. Let's look at the next one. The next one we do is question number 5. A man has an RD account in a bank for 3.5 years. If the rate of interest is 12%, man gets, so maturity value is given. We need to find the monthly installment, which means we need to find the value of T. So for these kind of questions, there are 2 methods that I can work with. I will show you both the methods. Whichever one is convenient for you, you should use it. I am showing you the first method now. So let's look at this question. So method 1, basically a question where we'll take algebra, which is where we'll take the value of P as X. So let P is equal to rupees X per month. So we are looking at he deposits X rupees per month. What is given is R is equal to 12% per annum. Maturity value is given as rupees 10,206, and N is given equal to 3.5 years, which is 3 into 12, 36 plus 6, that's 42 months. So I know interest would be equal to P, which is X, into N, in this case 42 into N plus 1, which is 43 upon 2 into 12 into R, which is 12 upon 100. So 12 and 12 gets cancelled. This is 2, 1, this is 2, 21. So I would be equal to 21 into 43x upon 100. Let's multiply 43 with 21. That will be 3468. This is 3903. So this is equal to 903x upon 100. And maturity value would be equal to principal, which is X, multiplied with number of months, which is 42, plus the interest, which is 903x upon 100. As per the question, maturity value is 10,206. So let's substitute, we'll get an equation on x. So this is 10,206 is equal to 42x plus 903x upon 100. 10,206 is equal to 4200x plus 903x upon 100. I've taken the LCM and added. Let's cross multiply. So this would be 10,206 into 100 is equal to 4200 plus 903. That's 5100. That's 5103x, which means x would be equal to 10,206 into 100 upon 5103. I think this is fairly simple. This is 2 times this. Therefore, x is equal to rupees 200. We need to find the value of monthly installment. Therefore, monthly installment is rupees 200. Done. So this is using algebra where I take the value of p as x. The second method is a unitary method where we'll take the value of p as 100 and calculate. So now let's look at the second method. So I'll erase this whatever I've written and we will solve it on the same page. Just give me 1 second. So we've done the first method using algebra. Let's try the second method using unitary method. So this is method number 2 using unitary method. So what is given is p, let monthly principal be rupees 100. So if the monthly principal is rupees 100, my interest would be p, which is 100 into n, which is in this case is 42, multiplied with n plus 1, which is 43, upon 2 into 12, multiplied with r, which is 12 upon 100. So 100 and 100 gets cancelled, 12 and 12 gets cancelled. This is 21, this is 221. Therefore, interest is equal to, we did this calculation in our previous method, 43 into 21 is rupees 903. And the maturity value would be equal to p, which is 100, into the time period, which is 42 months, plus I, which is 903. So this is 4200 plus 903, which is 5103. So now we'll use the unitary method. When maturity value is rupees 5103, principal is rupees 100. Therefore, when maturity value is rupees 10,206, p would be, cross multiply, that's 10,206 into 100 divided by 5103. That's 1 times and this is 2 times. So this is rupees 200. Therefore, monthly principal is rupees 200. Obviously, the answer would work out to be the same whichever method you use, but depending upon your convenience, you could use the method convenient for you. Let's look at some homework question. Question number 2, question number 4, and question number 6. That would be a homework question. Thank you so much. Take care. Be safe. I'll see you with the next video. Bye-bye.